Just like that, it's Thursday night. You know what that means? It's party time with the Video Bros only. The Video Bros are changing it up and going trios tonight on Thursday night party stream. That's right. I'm Bobby Munson, as always. The man beside me, the man with the angelic voice, Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, how you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing great, Munson, and we got our special guest with us. How you doing tonight, Basser?
Boys, I couldn't be better if I tried. How you guys doing?
Doing absolutely fantastic, buddy.
It's hot in the garage.
We're going to give people a couple minutes to kind of roll on in here. Again, we're going to be starting off the show talking about Prairie Pro Wrestling. We're going to end the show with our MLW watch-along. So we're going to have a lot of fun up in here tonight. I know, Basser, we've got you for the first little bit anyway, because you get the dad role to play here a little bit. So, you know, it's...
Got to put in my time.
We're glad you get to share the screen with us for a little bit, because as of next Saturday, for those who don't know, Basser is going to officially be getting his taste of holding the camera and starting to work a little bit on the Video Bro side of things. So we're gonna give it a little trial next week and get you used to it, and then eventually you'll be in the full swing. You'll be a Video Bro, you know, wondering why you do it, and then sitting there going, "Oh, it's because the beer is so cold and so awesome every time."
That's why I show up, boys.
All right, man.
But we do recall a couple weeks ago what the first rule is of Video Bro time, right? When it comes to Saturday, very first rule.
I don't know.
He's forgotten already. That means he has to get 2 beers for Papa Smokes instead of just 1 beer.
Oh, that's not a rule. That's
2 beers now.
That's just what we do. That's not even a rule. That's respect.
Fair enough.
But I got a terrible memory.
I was trying to trick you and it didn't work out, so it's all good. Let's talk about it. We've got it coming up next Saturday. Prairie Pro Wrestling presents, I love saying this, Who's Your Daddy? It's going to be a great night of great wrestling action live in Saskatoon. Of course, you're going to be able to see those matches eventually on the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. So, yeah, boys, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to next Saturday night. We'll talk about the main event. What's on your mind there, Pop Smokes? Sorry.
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking about the card. Where were you headed with this, Munson? We got some stars announced, a couple of matches announced. This is sounding really good.
So that's what I want to start with. One of the matches that we have announced, and we'll talk about the title match in a little bit here, but one of them we got announced is a rematch from our previous showing. We had the very first defeat in Prairie Pro Wrestling of Michael Allen Richard Clark at the hands of All Night Levi Knight. It was a very big surprise upset that happened. Levi's been talking all sorts of shit, and now all of a sudden he's got himself a rematch against Michael Allen Richard Clark. Boys, this is going to be interesting as we've got our good friend JJ himself, Josh Joseph, joining us. Good evening, fellas, he says. Josh, how are you doing, sir? So glad you're able to join the party stream. It's going to be a hot one here tonight because it's boiling up here in Saskatoon.
Yep.
But Michael Allen, Richard Clark, and Levi Knight, it's going to be a banger of matchup. I'm certain of that. Basser, you were on the other side of the fence last time out. Let people know what was that matchup like, and what was the reaction when Levi Knight pulled that victory and gave Clark his first defeat in a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring? I
got to start this off by saying, from what I remember, I was shocked. Levi's a great wrestler, but in my head, Michael Allen's just got a lot more going on, and you know what? He's getting better every time you see him. He's getting smoother and quicker, and it's going to be a good match, but I got Michael coming hard on this one. He's coming hard.
Freudian slip.
So, yeah, Freudian slip. But I think Michael Allen, Richard Clark is going to take this one.
It's a solid guess. You know that he's going to want to hit harder. He's going to be frustrated, want to pick up that W this time around. Josh coming in, get ready to talk some wrestling with the smooth voice of Papa Smokes. It's that we still got to start that ASMR channel for Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes with the ASMR. I like it. I think we had a cool name for it too, and I think it's already been lost on me, but it'll come to me eventually. I'm sure we'll figure it out again. We need Parrish, the idea man. Parrish will come back with that. Hello, we got Etiwuji joining us in the chat. Speaking of people who will be at PPW next Saturday, doing all the hard work and making sure that everybody has got their drinks in hand, that they're all nice and full, eating that fantastic food that's being served up. Awesome human being, does so much great things for Prairie Pro Wrestling, and he's to be thanked a million times over by every single person. But Papa Smokes, got to ask you now. We were on the side of the fence of filming last time, but still, the reaction when Levi Knight picked up that victory, I mean, we're talking anybody who's anybody has gone up against Michael Allen, Richard Clark in a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring and not been able to get the job done. What was that moment like for you when you saw that happen?
It was pretty insane, Munson, because, we've watched and called quite a few Michael Allen, Richard Clark matches in Saskatchewan over the years. The guy's a phenomenon. The fans absolutely love him, and he gains a lot of momentum from that in all of his matches. I also think Levi Knight is quite a good wrestler, but I had Michael Allen, Richard Clark in my mind making a triumphant return, getting a big win, soaking in those cheers of the crowd that are endless sometimes. And then, wow, that's not what we got. Levi Knight showing that he's got a few tricks in his bag too. And then we had kind of a stunned crowd that was not silent. PPW Nation is never silent, but there was some genuine question in their mind as to what's going on here. So if I'm looking forward to next Saturday, I'm kind of thinking the same thing Basser is. I think that Clark comes out hitting hard this time, and he's not going to be tricked by Levi Knight again.
You bet. And speaking of good friends here, you guys, it's Ed Fries. Ed, how you doing? Ed. Say hey, fellas. So just so everybody knows, after we're done here tonight, Ed is going to be gearing up to do some Marvel Snap over on his Twitch channel. Anybody in the chat, if you haven't done so already, right there, you see it on the screen. You see it in the chat. Go on over. Give a follow to Ed. We're going to be raiding his channel right after this, so we're going to want you guys to stick around and check out Ed's stream as he's heading towards Twitch affiliate. We're going to get him there tonight with our help and with all of your help as well, too. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Ed, you're a great human being, great friend. You're an absolute brother, and we appreciate you, and that's why we're going to do that for you, my man. Loved having you on our show here a couple of weeks ago as well, too, and looking forward to doing that again sometime soon. But, gentlemen, we are going to talk about that title match here soon, but I want to ask each of you, and we'll start with you, Basser. Who are you excited to see that hasn't necessarily been announced for a matchup yet? You saw them on the poster. Who are you interested in seeing coming out at this next event?
A favorite of mine always is Barat. He's just so smooth in the ring. He does my favorite move, the top rope blockbuster. No matter if he's the heel or the face, after he does that move, everyone loses their mind, and it's hard to get mad at him after that. But Just a big Barat fan. I'm excited to see him. All the boys from Alberta to come down. Steven, get the guns out, boys. No, it's just excited to see who shows up, man. It's going to be a hot one in the hall, that's for sure.
It's going to be very, very interesting. I know that there's going to be some very interesting surprises. Maybe some people we haven't seen recently. I don't know. I can't reveal too much here. All I can tell you is what you see on the poster is definitely what you're going to get, most likely. But let's go to you, Papa Smokes. Outside of that main event, outside of that announced Mark and Levi match, who are you excited to see come down to Prairie Pro Wrestling?
Oh, Munson, you know who I'm excited to see. The guy that lights up the main event every single week. El Asesino, the guy that comes out and makes a difference in every match. Man, he's been unusually violent and even more outspoken in the last couple of months, the last couple of events we've hosted. And my God, he brings the excitement, he brings controversy, and of course, money to the PPW company. He is the big man right now. He's making a push to be the big man. And I love the electricity that the Mexican assassin brings every time.
Yeah, he's quite the devil, that one, and he's going to be interesting to see for sure. And in what capacity, we don't know just yet. But if I'm looking at this card and I'm young Tony Novak, I might be a little bit worried about someone like El Asesino, who has made it very vocal that he is not happy about his lack of opportunities inside a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring at the moment. He has been taking out a lot of the contenders for the Prairie Pro Wrestling Championship. We've even seen Colton Kelly shelved. We still don't know who the culprit is, whether it's Akbar Shabazz himself or whether it could be El Asesino, but somebody took Colton Kelly out of the picture, put him on the shelf, and assured he did not get that second opportunity at the champion. Now, Tony Novak is going out there. He's going to have the PPW Nation firmly behind him, but I think he might have to watch his back because, again, you always have to worry about the wild card El Asesino becoming a factor. Papa Smokes, you first. What do you think? Main event time. Is this going to be a true one-on-one, or does Tony have a bit to worry about from outside interference of El Asesino?
I think every wrestler in PPW should be watching for El Asesino because he's made it clear that he doesn't like any of the other wrestlers. He doesn't like any of the competition. He doesn't consider them on his level, so he's going to try and squash them all like bugs. Tony Novak's got a big match in front of him, a main event title match, his first in PPW. So he's got his hands full anyway with big Sheik Akbar Shabazz. Huge size difference, strength difference, and all that. But like you said, Tony's got the power of the PPW Nation behind him. And he's fast, and he's got a lot of aerial moves that he uses to maximum effectiveness. So he's going to be in there good. This is going to be a tight match for a little bit. He's got to stay out of the way of the Sheik's power, and he's got to have eyes on the back of his head in case El Asesino is lurking in the shadows.
And see, and I had to ask you first because I know damn well there's a bit of that connection. So I'm just trying to see what I can get out of here on the show, Papa Smokes. I know that you two have been talking. There's been conversation. You probably, why you showed up only 10 minutes before showtime here, because you're probably having conversations with your boy, the Mexican Devil there. But I want to know, Basser, from your perspective, Tony Novak getting this opportunity, what do you think of this? And does he have something to worry about both with his opponent and outside interference?
See, some would call it an opportunity. I'd call it a death sentence. There's no shot this is going to be a one-on-one match. I've never been known as the biggest Tony Novak fan, but for that match, I'll be cheering for him because he needs some support. Because just him versus she could be a battle, but there's going to be some outside forces. Hopefully, he's got someone on his side because it's going to be an ugly one.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
It could get very, very ugly as the Prairie Pro Wrestling Championship is on the line in that main event. An upset? We don't know. It's very possible. Again, Tony has pulled off some major victories in Prairie Pro Wrestling so far. People have underestimated him, and his skill level has improved with every time we've seen him because he works hard, he trains hard, and he has that drive. It's that little bit of hunger and tenacity from the underdog Tony Novak that could tip the scales in his favor. All it takes is an overconfident Akbar Shabazz on that night. And trust me, the confidence of Sheik right now is through the freaking roof. Tony could end up pulling off the ultimate upset here, and we could see a title change. How do you think that affects the landscape of Prairie Pro Wrestling if Tony becomes champion, Papa Smokes?
It turns it upside down. It shakes it side to side like one of those snow globes. It makes complete chaos for the PPW title scene because Sheik has been champion for so long that there's a structure built up. Some of the fan favorites kind of sit on one side. They seem to get matches against the Sheik, but there are other guys that everybody's got their crosshairs on the Sheik all the time. I think if Tony Novak wins the championship, it changes the whole dynamic of that pipeline of challengers that's going to come towards the belt. It'll really shake things up and make it interesting in PPW over the next months. It'll
be very, very interesting. Basser, got to know, Tony Novak wins that title. What did that do, man? Like as a fan looking in, oh, he's out of here.
I'm just joking.
Poor Tony.
No. It's a meme by now. If Tony wins, it'll be the same answer as before. I hope he has a lot of friends because he'll have a target on his back, and El Asesino will be coming right for him. Everybody be coming right for him, and right now it's beat down waiting for him, man. That's just my opinion.
and wait, you know what? Waiting on a beatdown from El Asesino is about the one thing that'll trigger your anxiety and make you up all night. It's not pleasant. I've been worrying about it for 6 fucking years already. As Josh Joseph coming in, Basser's got jokes. You know what? Basser does have jokes. He is.
Oh yeah.
This is why he's a video bro, my man. This is our boy right here, joining the crew.
I'm just glad the microphone works.
We went from a video guy to video bros to video trios right here. It's fantastic. It's a labor of love, and we're doing it because we love doing the shit we do. It's going to be a lot of fun next Saturday night. Aside from that, guys, man, I'm just fucking excited to see the PPW Nation. Because, I mean, there's nothing better than the reaction of the crowd, even when you're standing there holding the camera, sweating buckets like I do, because I sweat when I talk, and I get a camera in my hand. Good God, watch out, because there's puddles falling behind me. I'm excited to hear the fans loving every minute of the entire night. I mean, $15, you can't go wrong. Where can you get a ticket to a show for $15 these days? I'll tell you, right in Saskatoon for Prairie Pro Wrestling, and it is the hottest ticket in town because that place packs, and it packs to the nines. We had a crowd of 300 people, and I know some people are going to be like, "Ooh, 300, that doesn't sound big." Trust me, for Saskatoon, that's massive. We don't have a lot of big places to put on shows. We don't have a very big market as it is. So the fact that we're consistently growing and packing it is a really, really awesome sign. I mean, it's a good problem to have because we're almost to the point of, hey, if you don't get your tickets on time, you might be left out in the cold.
Yeah, and it's like we're going to have to be out at the hockey arena next month. And if we keep growing like this, and you know, just with any luck, we will be. But for now, we got the Cosmo Center just off Broadway, a really great spot, intimate. The fans love being packed in together because they all react to everything together. They start chants, they bring signs. Some of the wrestling spills out into the crowd. You can get up close and personal with your wrestlers without touching them, but you can get a good look at the action and the feel and the smell and everything of a wrestling show. We got it at the Cosmo Center, just off Broadway, baby. And we got all the beer and White Claw you could possibly want. So come down, party, get wild. The show is over at a reasonable time at night. You can go out to the bars afterwards. You can do whatever you want. And a lot of people do that. It's perfect entertainment in Saskatoon on a Saturday night. Gets no better than that.
Where do we think All Night Levi Night's going to end up after the show? Which local establishment are we going to end up finding Mr. Levi Night partying at? Basser, where in that area do you think the Ginger Snaps himself is going to end up at?
Probably Crackers.
Crackers. He's gonna detour all the way over to Crackers to do some karaoke. Is he gonna sing "Stay Alive"?
Absolutely, all the women would love that.
He's gonna come in there, just unbutton the top of his shirt a little bit. Come in, give a little Ginger Snaps. As
just lay down and kip up.
Yeah. How about you, Papa Smokes? Where do you think, which local establishment do you feel Levi Night will party at after?
Well, I got to say, I don't even know what the hot nightclub is in town here, but that's where I think you would be, the dance bar, the singles bar, where you can whip out those disco moves, take his shirt off and show everybody the untanned goods that he's got going on. And wow, man, I think it would be quite the spectacle. What would it be, Munson? Maybe Jack's or
is that even still a place?
I don't know.
We're showing our age there. Josh Casa Bonitas. Josh, are you looking up a Saskatoon map right now or something like that? Hold on here. Cosmo Senior Center, local establishments around there. I don't know. Obviously you got the Hose and Hydrant, which is like in the same parking lot as where we put on the PPW show. So, yeah. I mean, you know, the people are always kind of trickling over from there to check out what we got going on. I bet you Levi probably trickles his way after the show over to there. You know, he's got to get his dance on. I'm pretty sure there's dancing that goes on there. I wouldn't know. It's past my bedtime usually. And if I'm going to a bar, it's usually one that's serving the beers and I could talk to the friends across the table, not one where I got to give her one of these because nobody wants to see that shit.
Well, I have a couple of buddies, Munson, that go to the Hose and Hydrant on the weekend. Sometimes it's a bit of a pickup bar, so there's lots of girls and lots of guys. And when you have that mixed with alcohol, there's lots of fights. So I have a couple of my buddies go there strictly for the sport of a little barroom pugilism late on Saturday nights.
Yep. And Josh coming in, not just a fan of Casa Bonita. They clean out the system and entertain the hell out of you. You know what? It's funny because I don't think we actually have one here. I was kind of just laughing about that, and then I remembered where I've heard the name of that before on South Park. Casa Bonita, Casa Bonita. Oh, fantastic. Nice. And I know Josh is a South Park guy, too. He loves that joke because he was disappointed to find out that we don't all have flapping heads and beady eyes up here in Canada. So I hate to disappoint you, Josh. Not quite 100% accurate. But the rest, 100% accurate on the rest. We do apologize for Celine Dion. We do apologize for the Justin Biebers of the world. All that shit, definitely. And we do apparently love hockey up here, too. So it seems to be a thing. Something to do with the ice. Just saying. But we also love our wrestling, and that's what we're here for, is Prairie Pro Wrestling. And again, that's coming up next Saturday. Before we end that and head on over to our MLW watch along, anything else, Basser, you want to say about next weekend, or what you're excited about, man?
I got a quick show and tell.
Oh,
I came prepared, boys.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been going to wrestling since I was a little kid. So I went through my box of goodies and found a couple of pictures. Munson might remember this one. Papa Smokes may too.
Oh, there is. That's Rob Roy Scott, isn't it?
Rob Roy Scott from Stampede,
yeah.
and
yeah.
at the exhibition or whatever, like 1997. Then
a young Bobby might be in that audience.
You were probably beside me. My mom would drop me off and like sit in like the parking lot, and I'd just be like, nah. And then. Here, I got a picture put in the paper. I got a picture of Dolph Ziggler.
Whoa, yeah, that was you got that. It's nice.
That's my picture. What? So I've been, taking videos and pictures for years. So it's a good transition for me.
We asked the right guy to be on this damn team, Papa Smokes. It's clear.
I couldn't find my Bret Hart autograph. I don't know where it is, but it's fine.
Oh, you got a Bret Hart autograph too, son of a bitch. It just keeps getting better.
Man, we got to get you to train Munson. This will be great.
I'm gonna get my next spot is gonna be replaced already, and I'm gonna go back to the rookie level here. Josh coming in before the watch along. All jokes aside, are you, my Canadian brothers, safe from the wildfires? I really hope all are okay and safe throughout Canada. Josh, appreciate you asking. Here in Saskatchewan in particular, it hasn't been really a big deal for us. We've had a couple of smoky days, but nothing too insane where it's been bad for us. But of course, our friends in Alberta, especially, and then definitely over on the East Coast, where I know it's starting to get really, really rough over there, but definitely in the Alberta scene, that's who we're definitely holding up hope that they're all okay. And speaking of people in that area, that man right there, my brunch buster brother, Chris Parrish. How you doing, buddy? And again, to what Josh was saying, hoping that you're okay and everybody in your area is okay from the current wildfires. But of course, those are starting to show up. All that stuff is starting to show up down south into the States now, and we know that that's really affecting people down there. So we're sorry, and you can blame Canada for that one, definitely.
It's crazy that it's so early in the summer that this is happening too. Usually it's once it's really dry in July and August is often forest fire season, but it's only the beginning of June. It doesn't speak well for the future of more fires this summer.
Yeah, you bet. Josh saying, Basser, I know you read it already, but his autograph is on the United States title right behind him on the wall of his studio. That's fantastic. And Parrish is okay because he's got himself some maple syrup. So he'll make it through. That's all you need here in Canada. The maple syrup runs through your blood and you're invincible after that. That's how it works. But yeah, boys, we're going to be doing the MLW watch along. Basser, I know that you probably have your dad duties. I don't know if you got a little bit of time or you want to go back to dad time.
I should go see if the house is on fire.
All right, my man. I know that I will definitely be seeing you tomorrow, but no matter what, we will be seeing you next Saturday hanging out at Prairie Pro Wrestling. Thank you for being on stream with us, and we gotta make this a more regular. There is. Oh, he sinks.
No shot.
Oh, yes. That was great.
Let's do this again, boys.
Short clip right there at 26 minutes. Boom, just like that, he sinks.
That'll never happen again.
Oh. No. That was fucking great. Awesome, man. Thank you for coming on. We got to get you on.
Have me back, boys.
Great. Have a good night, brother.
Thank you.
Take care.
Papa.
Cheers.
See you tomorrow, Bobby.
See ya.
See ya.
See you, boys. I don't know how to shut it off, so this might be awkward for a little bit.
I think there's a button that say leave studio, but yeah. But anyways, have a good night, bastard. Take care, buddy. And we got Chris Parrish coming in. No, Bobby. Canada has natural fires while America is. Oh, dude. I should have read that before I go post. That's mean. I love our friends and friends and family in the United States there. Don't be like that. I'm sure we're going to get some kickback here from Ed. Hey, we keep our dumpster fire to ourselves while y'all's fires are ruining the air quality. Yeah. You know what, Ed? Canada deserved that very much so. We get right
it from California every damn summer.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong on that either, Papa Smokes. I think this has got to become a collective tradition here in North America in general. See, it's just the outskirts of the entire continent, just up in flames all the time. You wouldn't think so, seeing as they're on the coast, they're near the bodies of water, but light them up, I guess. If you got them, light them up. But in the meantime and in between time, Papa Smokes, you know why the people love coming here. You know why we love coming here, because it's time to do some MLW watch along. I don't know if you're fired up on your YouTube side, ready to go.
Fired up.
All right, right off the hop. It looks like they're even starting with a matchup off the start here too, if I'm seeing this correctly. Is that what you got on your side?
Just a little ad for just 1 second here, Munson.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still in Tijuana.
Are you sure on that one? Are you on, hold on, episode?
I think I'm watching, it says 1 hour ago. It was.
What? It should be MLW Fusion number 168.
Oh, okay.
Wonder if they put it on the YouTube side yet, because I'm looking on Fight TV right now.
No, I only got 167 here. Oh, this is kind of embarrassing. I thought this was the new one.
Let's have a look here. I'll just see if I can find it here for you. No, it is up there, Pop Smokes. 1 hour ago. Oh, no, hold on.
That's 167.
That's wrong. No, that is 160. So they have it listed as 168, though. That is strange.
Oh, here it is.
You did find it?
Yeah.
Should have that Hennigan versus Willie Mack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the pop
got the right one
coming out here.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let me know when you're gonna hit play. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 quick second here. Everybody, if you're watching along too, you want to hit up Fight Plus or head on over to MLW's YouTube channel and give them a follow. Make sure that you're following along. Papa Smokes, make sure to remind me when you're into a commercial break on your side of things so that we're able to line this up accordingly. Are we ready to begin this night?
We are.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's hit play. seeing Becca in an MLW ring on our end. I don't know if she had competed at all during the underground times, Papa Smokes, but first time we're definitely getting to see her here. They did play the promo package last week. Kind of curious to see how this pans out. Oh, that was I liked how they did that. They had her coming out to the ring, and then they immediately cut to this new intro. And by the way, this new intro they've got for Fusion is awesome. This is one of the best ones they've put together yet.
It does look pretty good, and I see we're back in Philly now. Oh boy.
Yeah, definitely back in the Philadelphia arena. The sold out 2300 arena where they love to go because, of course, Court Bauer, a big fan of the early ECW days, and that is very noticeable in the way that he's presented MLW over the years and what it's become. It's not all about the hardcore stuff, but again, you do see the hardcore stuff there. Looks like we're also going to be seeing one called Manders tonight on top of that MLW National Openweight Championship matchup. We got a backstage segment here with John Hennigan, Taya Valkyrie, and Sam Adonis.
Boy, that's a pretty fine-looking trio there, hey?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? This background that they've got is actually a change up from things they've been doing on MLW as of late, too. I got to say, they've got that neon sign behind with the halo and the wings. It looks like Taya's kind of presented like a saint or an angel with her two guardians on the side of her here, or her two henchmen almost.
Does look pretty tight.
And she is cutting a promo on Delmi Exo, who she is supposed to be defending the MLW Featherweight Championship against next week on MLW Fusion. That should be an incredible match. Looking forward to the return of Delmi Exo here in MLW Papa Smokes.
You don't have to wait long tonight because here she comes. We had seen her work with the tag team, the Sea Stars, in MLW a year and a half ago or so. Now she's here on her own as a single, looking good. Kind of got a little sparkly tiara on there, some nice silver gear. She looks very professional.
Yeah, refers to herself as the God Queen. And anybody who hasn't seen Delmi Exo just yet, this is someone who, when they started the MLW Featherweight division, came in again as the tag team, the Sea Stars. We saw her in a couple of singles matchups, but we pointed out right away that Delmi was somebody that they could do something with. They could definitely build a foundation in this division off of Delmi Exo. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this, and looking forward to seeing what Becca brings to the table. It's definitely a different set of ring gear that we got here. She's got a little bit of a smug attitude about her. I like where this is going to go off the start already. Oh, just with that drop kick right off the hop here. Aggressive from Becca.
Absolutely. She's going to work Delmi Exo a little bit here. Nice snapmare by the hair and a drop kick in the back of the head. Nice.
Great start. And again, they have been presenting the idea about Becca performing live at Never Say Never, and not as in a wrestling capacity, but in a singing capacity. She is the ultimate pop star, I believe, is the way they refer to her, Pop Smokes. I don't know anything about her singing, but I always like watching someone at least attempt to sing, whether they can or not. It can be quite entertaining. So, hey, we're already paying it for it. We're already watching it live. I'm okay with Becca performing at Never Say Never. How about you?
Oh, absolutely. And she's going to get a reaction from the fans either way, just like you said, and it could be interesting.
Definitely nice to see them back in Philly here with a one-on-one matchup, too. The first couple of episodes back from Fusion have been a lot of multi-man matches, trios matches, everything like that. It's nice to see finally we've got one-on-one action here in the featherweight division.
I like what Becca's bringing as a heel. She looks pretty good. She seems to be interacting with the crowd a whole lot. But Delmi Exo, she's got a good build on her. She's nice and tall. She looks pretty athletic. She's got long, strong legs, and I see a lot of potential with her.
For sure. And again, Becca as well, too. It's got a little bit of size behind her as well. And nice. Sure. That springboard cutter she just did from the rope there was well placed.
Not bad at all. That was a close 2 count. So think of the position that Delmi Exo is in too. She's got everything to lose in this match, and Becca has everything to gain because Exo is trying to set up a championship program against Taya Valkyrie. She's got the one match locked in, but if she loses this, it'll severely affect her standing towards the championship.
It could also affect Becca standing towards the championship because if she pulls a victory over Delmi Exo one-on-one, I could only imagine she'd be in line for getting a title opportunity.
Could be as straight up as that. Maybe whoever wins this match gets a chance against Taya Valkyrie.
Well, they have announced it for next Thursday night, though, Papa Smokes, that we are going to get that MLW Featherweight Championship match with Delmi Exo and Taya. Oh, and a rake of the eyes there. Clever old school move by Becca. I gotta say, I'm fairly impressed with what I've seen from both of these two in this match so far, Papa Smokes. This is a good way to start Fusion off.
Me too. I like this match.
That moonsault not connecting. Delmi getting out of the way. Delmi needs to capitalize to put this one to bed. Oh, that Delmi driver. Boy. That's a wicked move. And it's enough to put Becca away. Ed coming in saying Becca is great. You know what? This is the first look in at Becca in this matchup for myself, and I believe for you as well, Papa Smokes. I would say I'm glad that she's in MLW, and I want to see more of Becca. And I do hope that she's at Never Say Never, because it's matches like this that make me realize how much more they need to put some focus on the featherweight division, especially when they put it together in this capacity.
Delmi saluting the fans there. She's got an awesome presentation. She looks like she could be championship material for MLW, no question in my mind. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Alex Kane, they said. And what we got, the middleweight, is that, next week. So we got a middleweight title match next week. We got Akira Leo Rush and Lindsay Dorado for the MLW lightweight or middleweight championship. That should be fantastic. Now we're getting a video package here, just all about the calling. I mean, this could be about Akira himself. I mean, these guys, we haven't seen a lot of the calling because this was something presented during the time of Underground, so we didn't get too familiar other than clips we had seen online, Papa Smokes. But definitely the video package presentation they show has been very unique.
Yeah, it's been interesting. And just when we stopped having Contra Unit as the main heel faction, now we've got the calling, and their influence seems to be show wide all the time on MLW.
I gotta say, whoever's putting this video package together for Never Say Never, like, kudos on that too. Beautifully placed. It sells the event perfectly. Like, they're making a massive deal out of their championship matchup. It is the highlight of the show. There's other stuff that's been announced, but they are pushing that championship opportunity about how it has been an uninterrupted championship reign for Alexander Hammerstone since he won it in 2019 is what they're, or no, it can't be, sorry. Well, I mean, yeah, technically, because he never lost the National Openweight Championship. He gave it up after winning the Heavyweight Championship. And from there, his reign has continued unbeaten as a champion in MLW, but going up against the Beaumaye Fight Club, Mr. Alex Kane himself, the suplex assassin. He has been looking sharp and could be the tipping scale, the one that finally puts the W over the champion. And I don't know, do you know who we got here, Pop Smokes? These two gentlemen talking, I must have missed it.
Oh, they had a video, a chyron that said Lionhearted. So this is maybe a tag team that's starting here. Kind of an unusual mask the one guy has, but they seem to be some kind of a circus type thing going on here. What the hell? Jumping through hoops?
Yeah, I see that too. I'm not sure what to make of this at the moment. I guess we'll have to wait until we see them in an MLW ring before placing judgment. But
damn it, what's next? The Flying Walendas?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, the mask is something, but then you got the tag partner here. That's quite the outfit he's got himself. Yeah, it's definitely a tag team though, because they're showing the tag team championship belts and everything like that. So I'd imagine that is the plan. These guys coming in.
Well, for sure. Good. Let's get it going.
Okay, Midas Black, Jay Lyon. I believe, didn't Jay Lyon have a singles match at some point? I swear I remember that name being on an MLW Fusion show. But I could be wrong.
I don't, but you might be right about that. But good, let's get it going here. We've got a set of dominant champs who we're seeing on the screen right now in Lance Anawahi and Juicy Finau.
Well, now they're showing that they had a matchup at some point.
Yeah.
Did this must have aired on Underground or something, I'm assuming, like, and I'm only assuming by the way they just presented it that obviously the Samoan SWAT team remained victorious. Plus, they've also announced Samoan SWAT team versus the Calling at Never Say Never. So presumably that is the case. But looked like these two had some good tandem offense there, that they were getting some good shit on the Samoan SWAT team.
And they're getting a pretty lengthy little push piece on this show right now. So very interesting. They're launching them with a nice little push. I wonder if they're going right into the championship scene with more matches against Anawahi and Finau, the SST.
Yeah, they're now playing the video package for hyping the main event, that MLW National Openweight Championship match. Willie Mack asked for it last week. John Hennigan said he'd give it to him. This should be an interesting battle. Two guys of completely different styles, but both have a lot of knowledge of being inside that professional wrestling ring. They've been around for quite some time. What do you think, Papa Smokes? Who do you got in this one, Willie Mack or John Hennigan?
I don't know, Munson. That's a tough one to call, especially with the belt on the line. We've all seen Hennigan, Morrison, Nitro. It was under his various guises. The guy's got all the talent and all the gifts in the world. He's got amazing offense and balance and athletic ability and everything, but he's going in there against Willie Mack. This guy is tough as nails, very strong, and been a wrestler for a long time. It's a tough one to call. I don't know, but I have the feeling I'm going to enjoy this match.
And that National Openweight Championship hasn't been around for a very long time, Papa Smokes, but it has been held by 4 different competitors in that time. We're talking Alexander Hammerstone, the first ever one, Alex Kane, the one that followed it up from there, Davey Richards, and now John Hennigan. And who do we got here?
My word.
Some sort of Viking or caveman?
Or a shaman or something. My God.
But unfortunately, he's got one called Manders coming up. I can't foresee this being a great thing for him. We got Ed coming in. Jay Lyon is part of the main event. Been on a bunch of the shows from the 2300 tapings, it seems. Okay, yeah, and that would make sense because of that mask that's coming down. It's got kind of like a lion's mane to it and stuff like that. So the main event sounds like it would make a lot of sense in that way.
Yeah, that's a rough name. It sounds like a couple of hairstylists are naming their hair salon or something like that. But at any rate, yeah, I'm still interested to see. Hey, Munson, does this Yossifer guy give you any Cheetah Bear vibes?
He kind of does have a Cheetah Bear feeling going on here. Man, Cheetah Bear would be cool to see again. It's been a while since we've seen the Cheetah Bear around. Cheetah Bear competed a little bit in Prairie Pro Wrestling. He's got a cool ass entrance. He's a tough guy too. Always a lot of fun.
He's scary. He's straight up scary. Yeah.
They have wrestled as a tag team for Wrestling Open, GCW, Beyond Wrestling, House of Glory. Out of all that, Beyond Wrestling, I think, is about the only one I've ever watched very much. I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of wrestling and just not enough hours in the day, that's for sure. But man, Manders is a big boy too. Like this Yossifer or whatever his name is a big boy. And Manders he's a sizable guy too. And he's a roughneck, this one.
Well, look at his body too. He's got that low center of gravity. His legs aren't that long, so his hips are down there. This guy can get up underneath you, throw you, and those punches come from up and underneath too. It's dangerous, really dangerous.
It looks like his level of training took place at the bar last night to see how many beers he could pack down before a fight broke out. And that's what he's got going on here is an absolute fight as he's chopping and punching his way towards victory in this matchup.
Yeah, evil Rasputin is trying to come back on this, but Manders is a little too tough for him.
Yeah, he's kind of like almost like a hybrid of Cheetah Bear and Drew McIntyre or something like that. That's kind of what he's got going on here.
Yeah, or the Horror King.
Yeah, that too. That's a really good call on that one. Oh, man, the strength of Manders, though, just picks him right up like that.
Whew, that was a hard bump. I got a 5-second ad starting here, Munson, but I'm right back in now.
I think I was a little bit behind you for a little bit there, so just let me know when you're back in and let me know where they're at.
Yeah, we're back. Manders is flipping him over. Getting in the football stance. Oh, what a lariat. My God. Just nearly took the wild man's head right off. Oh, and that's it.
Yeah.
This guy's cool. He's like a Dax Harwood sort of, hey? Just a badass wrestler.
Yeah, he's got that look and everything about him, and he definitely wrestles in that vein as well too. Part of the second year crew, who we know is going to be part of Never Say Never, or at least I would believe very strongly that they'll be part of Never Say Never, although nothing firmly announced. But one of the announcements that came last week, Pop Smokes, and I know that we're both excited about this, is the return of Timothy Thatcher.
Whoa, yeah.
Hold on here, we got Alex Kane's on the screen. It's silence time.
Bougie's not hitting that bag too hard.
That's not Bougie, actually.
Oh, who is that guy?
I can't remember the name. I know Alex Kane has mentioned him, but definitely another kind of new member making his way in. But yeah, this one in particular wasn't Bougie, though. But again, even with he's just got tape on his hands right now too. So I don't know if you'd want to be hitting that heavy bag as hard as you can when you just got tape on the hands. That shit hurts.
Oh, as long as it doesn't cut you, Munson, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten the bloody knuckles before on the old heavy bag for sure. But Alex Gaines talking all about everything that has been stolen from him. He said the National Openweight Championship stolen, the Opera Cup stolen, and now he's going to have to go out there and earn his spot. He's going to have to go and take down Alexander Hammerstone and change all of that.
Do you ever feel, Munson, in the latest things we've seen, like Mr. Thomas is featured in the background a little bit more now? Do you ever get the feeling that he might have something to do in this upcoming championship match?
Oh, very much so. And I know that, yeah, Mr. Thomas has been getting utilized a lot more, which is fantastic. That guy is full of charisma. He's strong as hell. He's a good wrestler. Why the hell wouldn't you want to be using this guy? If he's on your fucking payroll, he's on your screen. That's
right, Munson. And you know him and I are buddies, right? Like, we're quite close buddies.
Yeah, we got good old Mocha Traps. He's a honorary video bro himself, although he doesn't have to hold a video. He's just an honorary bro is what we're going with.
He wouldn't if we told him to.
Speaking about people who, if they're on your payroll, they're on your screen right now. We're at a promo from Taya Valkyrie, the MLW Featherweight Championship. The only thing I'm going to say about this is, again, it's an hour program, and this is the second promo featuring Taya Valkyrie within that time.
Yeah, they're really pushing their hot programs right now, and obviously her and Hennigan and Adonis together is one of the top of the card factions they have going. So I think it's good. We wanted them to feature that featherweights division more prominently for a long time now, and then we're kind of seeing the fruits of that just a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and I'm glad they are for sure. It just, like I say, when you've got an hour of programming, it feels like then maybe there's something else that could have gone in the spot instead of having two Taya promos within the first 20 minutes of the program yet, too. This isn't stretched out over a 30, 40 minute time frame. This is exactly 20 minutes. She's been on there twice for backstage promos.
You're trying to hold back women's wrestling, Munson. You're the enemy here.
Come on, Papa Smokes. You know me. I just like my wrestling to be fucking good. That's all I ask. And not that it isn't. Again, I think Ty is fantastic. She does a great job. And I understand them wanting to push her and use her and stuff. It just, again, if you're going to have her twice on the screen, maybe she could have come out and cut an in-ring promo when Hennigan comes out in just a little bit too. Oh, the fans are providing the weapons at Never Say Never for this match between the Calling and the Samoan SWAT team. Now, normally I'd say the Calling have had this advantage with all those gas mask freaks backing them up and everything like that. But if fans are bringing the weapons, who knows what they might bring. But yeah, the match announcement is Hot Sauce Tracy Williams is going to be taking on Timothy Thatcher at Never Say Never. And Mocha Traps himself, Mr. Thomas, is the one who called this before it was even announced. So, kudos to Mr. Thomas for calling the match up there. This one should be awesome.
Yeah, I wish Mr. Williams luck in this because Thatcher is an absolute monster as a grappler.
It's going to be interesting to see. That's for damn sure. Can't wait for Never Say Never. Hopefully everybody's going to be joining us. I mean, it's going to be a party up on our local establishment sites because we're going to be doing a live watch along for you guys. It's going to be all the time. There's going to be beer flowing. There's going to be chatter happening. But look at this. Because speaking of the damn calling and there, I don't know. You might have strength in numbers, but Foth 2 is a lot of numbers just in himself. I think they have pissed off the wrong Samoan.
Well, it's looking like he might be injured, though. That's the only thing. So he might be out for a little while. We're supposed to be having an injury update soon on Jacob Fatu.
Well, I hope for the Calling's sake that he doesn't ever come back 100% because a 100% pissed off Fatu is going to be dangerous. So it's time for our main event of the evening, Pop Smokes. It's scheduled for one fall and for the National Openweight Championship. We got Willie Mack coming down to the ring. The fans very excited to see Willie Mack up in here.
And me too. Always a treat to see this guy. He's tough as nails. He doesn't care who his opponent is. You're going to get a good, hard-hitting match out of Willie Mack.
I believe, if I'm hearing correctly, we have Matt Stryker back on commentary with Dombrowski again after having, I believe that was Colton Cole or Sam Cole or something like that.
Christian
that was on with
or something,
yeah. Christian Cole, I believe. Yeah, good call there, Papa Smokes. But here comes the champ himself, the National Openweight Champion, John Hennigan. Oh, look at this. They got camera paparazzi coming out to take pictures of them. They're making a real big deal out of this. They look good with gold draped across them. I wonder how it changes the landscape of this grouping because we know that Ty has been over in AEW. We know that she signed a contract over in AEW, and we know that these were previously taped. So how does that change the landscape of things? Well, what will Hennigan and Sam Adonis's involvement be going forward, knowing that Ty is over at the other company?
Yeah, questions without answers, Munson. I don't know the inside scoop on all this, and probably no one does except for the promoters and the wrestlers involved. But, man, look at the glitz and the glamour of this entrance. And Hennigan always looks like $1 million, and with La Vera Loca on his arm there, boy, she looks awesome all the time. And then now they got the muscle Sam Adonis back with them. I really like this trio.
Oh, me too. I think this is a fantastic pairing. I think from the moment Sam Adonis stepped in the ring for the first time and cut that promo on MLW Fusion, I was immediately hooked. I'm like, you know what? This is a guy I need to be paying attention to. Hennigan, I've liked this guy pretty much from day one. The moment I saw him, I was like, there's something about this guy. He just has that. He has that flair and everything. That just works, and he's such a hard worker. Ed saying mini graves, yeah, I mean, we've made the joke too. Like, I didn't know, but once I knew, you can't unsee it. That's the thing. As soon as you realize that they're brothers and you take a look at Sam Adonis, it's like, yeah, shit, okay, that's definitely Corey Graves' brother inside that ring.
And
but again,
Adonis calls Graves his little big brother because he's not nearly the size of Sam, but probably older, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's got to be, what do they say, about 6'4", 240 pounds. Like, I mean, he's a sizable guy that, spends a lot of time working over in AAA, working with the luchador wrestlers and everything like that. And he claims that he doesn't need to be one of these guys doing the flips, doing the spots and stuff like that. He's there to kick ass and take names.
Don't forget he's walking around AAA and Triple Mania and their big events, waving an American flag and wearing American flag trunks everywhere. It gets a certain kind of heat down there, no question about that.
Definitely does. Ed saying, yep, people forget how good Corey was inside the ring. And again, it's you have to go back to be able to witness that during his time in NXT, but he had that run with the tag team titles there with the Bastard Pac, it would have been Neville, I believe, in NXT at the time. So yeah, I mean, you're damn right. It's, almost feel like Corey Graves, the wrestler, might have been better off for everybody than Corey Graves, the announcer. But that's just because I'm not a big fan of Corey Graves, the announcer. So, what
kind of a injury did Graves get?
I think it was concussions. If I'm not mistaken. Ed could probably fill us in on that for sure. Josh coming in, Corey Graves has done nothing well or good in his career. And the shots have been fired by JJ. Man, I still can't believe Basser sunk that fucking basketball shot earlier in the show. That was awesome.
That was so cool. It took me by surprise. I should have known he'd have a little gimmick like that. Something fun to do at the end.
Just top to top. Topped everything, just awesome. Repeated concussions, as Ed said. Thank you, Ed. I kind of figured that was the case because I know they have talked about him coming back for a match and everything like that. But I mean, he's obviously taken on his role as a commentator. He might as well try to stick to that side of things. Coming back, it's not the best option. You're sometimes never quite the same as what you were or what you could have been. So sometimes you're better off just sticking to what you've become.
Absolutely. It's not worth risking it with concussions because once you've gotten a couple of decently serious ones, the next one or two or however many you get are much more serious than they would have been without your previous concussions. They don't just go away. It adds up over time depending on the type you get. So, he shouldn't risk it. He's risking his future quality of life.
I love this, what they just did outside the ring here too, Bob folks. So Hennigan hides behind Taya Valkyrie to try to get some distance between him and Willie Mack. And then he tries to wrap around with the kick. Willie has it scouted, catches the kick, ends up catching him into that suplex and taking him down on the outside before we cut to the commercial. Josh coming in. I bet the booze got too loud and concussed him. Oh man, Josh, you're full of them tonight, buddy. Awesome. We don't mind. We could throw a little shade here on the Ring Respect. That's what we like to throw a little shade every once in a while. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, again, we can throw all the shade we want, but Corey Graves is in a position I would love to be in myself. But honestly, the guy has taken his time, done his thing, and molded to what the WWE wants. So, I mean, I can't knock him for it. I mean, he's put in the work. He's done his time. He's picked up on it. Much like Michael Cole over the years, like, say what you want about him. He's obviously a trained professional when it comes to being a broadcaster and is capable of doing what he's doing. He's been WWE molded, I think is the easiest way to say it, and why people crap on these guys a lot. It's not that they can't talk. They're broadcasters. They've learned how to be broadcasters. They obviously have the capability.
Oh, and you're not making up your own stuff to say when you're working for WWE. You got a guy telling you what to say in your earpiece. You've got extensive notes to go over. You're basically like a game show host kind of thing.
Josh saying, you can't, but I can. He sucks. Well, you throw all the shade you want at him, bud. But as somebody who, I got never on a Corey Glaze level or anybody's level other than outside our own independent, I dream of being able to call a matchup for a company, even the likes of an MLW one day. And I sit there and I'll listen to all the commentators. I don't always love every commentator I hear. And I'm not saying I'm a Michael Cole or a Corey Graves fan myself, but I respect the professionalism. I respect the position that they're in. And I respect that they have to do what they have to do. I would love to see what they're like on commentary if taken away from the WWE fold. If they were put into somewhere like an MLW, for example, or an Impact Wrestling, where they would be able to maybe have a little bit more freedom in the way that they call a wrestling matchup.
Well, yeah, and to comment on this whole commentary discussion here, we talked to Rich Bocchini at some length, and imagine having that guy's job. I mean, he's kind of like one of the wrestlers. He travels around to different shows. He gets hired. He works every weekend and half of the weekdays, traveling, going to different companies. You got a different roster of guys every night, a different style of wrestling, a different promotion, a different feel for everything, and you have to adapt to that each time. You're not sitting in some performance center watching the same roster fight each other every single time. You gotta adapt yourself to the show that you're doing and get the wrestlers over to fans you don't know so well and wrestlers you don't know so well. You're working that's the real journeyman's job right there, what Rich Bocchini was telling us about.
Yeah. And you got Josh coming in saying, Bobby, you commentating on a shit you took is better than Graves. Give all the flowers, but he is horrible. I get it. I appreciate that too. And I mean, as much as I like to believe that I've got a professionalism about me and that I'm good, it's not easy, man. It really isn't. Every time that Papa Smokes and I go in to call commentary, even tonight, you get that nerves about you going in. Like, what are you going to say? I start thinking inside my head, like when we were talking to Rich Bocchini about how to put the wrestlers over, how to tell the story that you're trying to tell inside that ring and help do right, not only by the company, but by the performers in that ring, because that's what it's about. You don't want to take away from the true talent, and that's what you're getting inside that professional wrestling ring. Like we're getting inside the ring in this MLW main event tonight, Papa Smoke. Willie Mack and John Hennigan absolutely tearing the house down, beating the living piss out of each other in this one. This has been a good hot night of Fusion.
For sure. And this match has been back and forth. The advantage going this way, that way. Just for the last couple of minutes, Hennigan's been working over Willie Mack, but he got up onto the ropes in the corner there thinking of pulling some aerial move, and now Max climbed up, and my God, they're walloping the tar out of each other up there. And we got a second rope superplex being set up here by Willie, but Hennigan doesn't want to go.
And I believe I might be just a couple of seconds ahead of you again there, Papa Smokes, because the ones you're calling out there, I think, are just happened a little bit before me. So, and I know that they got another little break coming up here, so I'll let you catch up to the break spot and let me know when that comes up. It'll say Fusion continues here in just a moment, and then once you hit that, I'll hit play again. But I just wanted to say, oh, sorry there. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say one of Hennigan's signature moves, that kind of split-legged bouncing corkscrew dive that he did. He just missed Mac with that, and now they're both down. Now we're to the break.
All right, here we go. I'm hitting play again, back into the break, or not from the break, but at the break part, as they're showing off the new MLW Toys action figures that almost came out a little too late. It's a couple of these guys already don't work for the company. As you see, Mods Kruger. Goddamn, I miss Mods Kruger.
Yeah, I know. I would probably get Mods if I got one of those. Jacob,
yeah, because I mean, they got Killer Cross. They got Mods Kruger, no longer either one of them with the company, and then they've got Hammerstone and Fatu. I mean, it's a great collection. Don't get me wrong; they look cool. I like the fact that they did them. So.
We should maybe get a couple months.
That wouldn't hurt. Maybe do an order sometime soon. I was thinking definitely the MLW shirts. There's got to be a couple shirts we could start sporting here on the show sometime, Pop Smokes. And we should start showing our MLW colors a little bit more.
It's not a bad idea. We need to get the next book too.
Yeah, we're honestly, I've been eyeing up Medusa's book lately. I've been very tempted to want to read that. I think Medusa's fantastic.
Me too. I'd be totally down with that.
Is there an MLW flag you guys can have in the background of the shot?
It's a hell of an
maybe,
idea.
You know what? That's not the bad idea, actually, too. Something to consider for sure. I think when we do the live watch along of Never Say Never, we're going to actually have the Never Say Never banner as our backdrop here on the StreamYard. I think that would just be absolutely cool. Ed, if you're free that night again, too, you're welcome to join us on the watch along, brother. Like, we'd love to have you on. And again, like anyone within OLE, as long as it doesn't get too overcrowded, we don't mind having a couple of friends for some beers and some wrestling, Papa Smokes.
For sure.
Even if you don't drink, you're welcome to join. You just understand the Papa Smokes and I are going to be 3 sheets to the wind before we even go live that night. Then again, Papa Smokes and I are 3 sheets to the wind before we go live any night. So who are we kidding?
Mack is making a big babyface comeback in this match.
It isn't that how you're supposed to come back from a break? Like, maybe some people could pay attention to this. You get the heel heat going into the break. Maybe the babyface making the comeback just after the break comes back. Now you've got a little distraction from Taya in there, causing the babyface not to be able to pick up the victory. I mean, damn, this match knows how to get her done. Papa Smokes is mooning the cam that night. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen Papa Smokes so wrecked that he forgets what he's doing or anything like that. And is there a way of asking for a designated host? Well, yeah, kind of like a designated driver. If Papa Smokes and I might need someone to take the reins that night.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie Mack's throwing stutters around like candy up in here. Sam Adonis just ate it right to the mat.
But Hennigan's poised to strike.
It's not
no. Mack takes over. That was a close one with a sit-down power bomb.
Oh, I can't believe that, man. He was so just about there. Bobby's cat takes over if they get my cats take over all the time. Doesn't matter if I'm wrecked or not. Wow, this is awesome. Chants are coming out. I mean, they're not wrong. This is awesome. Man, if we could get MLW firing on all cylinders like this every fucking week, we'd be laughing. This is great.
Yeah, well, this is 2 guys that can handle the main event slot here. These guys have worked for many, many companies, done main events before, all over the card. Hennigan's got the belt in his hand. And Valkyrie, yeah, she interfered before and she's interfered again.
Yeah. Valkyrie runs in and hits Willie Mack with her belt while the referee was tossing the other belt out. Hennigan picking up the victory and retaining. What a match. What an episode. 2 great matches here tonight. Good promos. This was a awesome, fantastic episode of MLW Fusion, Papa Smokes. Very happy with this.
I agree. And like you said before, Munson, there's something different about the production of it that looks a little bit better. The editing, the cuts, the timings, all that. It looks a little more professional in this episode. I'm loving it.
You know, I mean, they never called me back about editing up Fusion for them, but whoever they got, kudos to them because it's looking fantastic, especially this week. All the edits were looking beautiful. That new intro that they've got, the banger of a song that kicks it all off, looks great. This was well placed. It was 2 singles matchups. They looked fantastic. The build towards next week with the 2 title matches next week. I mean, this is on fire because we got Featherweight Championship on the line in a 1-on-1. Then we got that triple threat, Lindsay, Leo Rush, and Akira. This is going to be absolutely sweet. I can't wait. Next week's Fusion is going to be fantastic, Papa Smokes. Loving it. Can't wait.
This is great, Munson. And you know what I love about this is that we're back in business, back together with MLW after that little hiatus we had due to the Reels deal and all that. But now we got back with our stars, back with our favorite wrestlers, and we could do this show again. It's a great feeling, man. What a rush.
And just so you know, it does mean I have found out they are doing the Fusion tapings at Never Say Never, so we will be privy to all of that content in a live capacity. So that means that Saturday nights when you get us live watching MLW, you're getting your MLW action that night. We'll probably give you some of the MLW news on Thursdays, anything that drops, but we're probably not going to be doing watch-alongs of something we've already seen and presented to you guys in a watch-along capacity. So be geared up for that, and we'll be able to bring Ring Respect Radio in another capacity. They're amazing. Holy shit. Good to see you on the show here tonight. Thanks for coming out. Haven't seen you on one of my shows for a while. Been seeing you pop up in a lot of the other shows here on OLE. Fantastic. Love having you around. You're an awesome, awesome person. Thank you for coming out. But yeah, man, we have been having a blast here tonight. I'm really looking forward to Never Say Never, Papa Smokes. Everything they've announced so far. I'm sure we're going to get more announcements next week, especially once we've had these two other title matchups so that they could confirm who the champions are leading into Never Say Never. I'm sure the middleweight championship will be on the line. I'm certain the featherweight championship will be on the line, but who will hold the titles? That is the major question. Dear Amazing, what's up? Also, is Alex Kane fighting? Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. He's in the main event. Oh, my A. It's going to be Alex Kane against Alexander Hammerstone for the MLW Heavyweight Championship. Again, Fight TV Plus, if you have it, or if you don't, go get it. You are able to watch in a live capacity, no longer having to wait months on end to see what happened at these shows. It's going to be fantastic. Let's go. Who doesn't? That's why we love you. We agree. It's Beaumaye all the way, especially up in here. We love the Beaumaye Fight Club. But is Alex Kane ready to bust out? I don't know, Parrish. Has he gotten back to you? Has Alex Kane gotten on the horn and let you know when we can reschedule having him on Sunday on Bustin' Out? I want to make that happen still. We got to get our good buddy, Mr. Thomas, to come here on Ring Respect. I think maybe try to see if we can get him here either the week before or a couple weeks before Never Say Never, so we can talk all about that before he's rolling with royalty, the champion after July the 8th. Man, hottest party of the summer is going to be right here on our local establishment for the fucking MLW Never Say Never watch along. I'm so pumped, folks.
I can tell you're pumped. I'm feeling the energy too. I'm glad to be back doing Fusion. I'm glad to be back with our boys MLW. And like we just talked about, Alex Kane, the biggest opportunity of his career, a friend and professional, a friend of the Video Bros, Alex Kane, came on our podcast. One of our best guests we've had. So much energy, great guy, huge personality, and great talent in the ring. Hammerstone will be a huge mountain to climb for Alex Kane, but I, for one, think he's capable of it. I think he's up to the challenge.
Very much so, and we're going to find out in only a short period of time. We're about a month away. It is going to be fantastic. But you know what, Papa Smokes? It's been a great show here tonight. First of all, thank you to Basser for joining us on a live capacity this week. The other video, bro, I've had it going for a while. That ticker down below, that is our good sponsors over at Rogue Energy, rogueenergy.com, or click that QR code right in the bottom corner by Papa Smokes. It's going to take you over to their site, rogueenergy.com, but make sure you use that promo code OLE Pods. It gets you 10% off your order. They are an energy drink supplement. They're a way to replace those high sugar energy drinks you get in the store. Check out rogueenergy.com. OLE Pods all over the place, all over the socials, everywhere the kids are hanging out these days, and the adults too. That's where we're hanging out. We've got TikToks, we've got YouTubes, we've got Twitches, we've got Twitters, we've got Instas, we've got Facebooks. Whatever it is, we've got it. We want you to like, follow, subscribe, thumbs up, notifications, everything to help us grow and make this show exactly what it needs to be. Papa Smokes, I'm going to say it one more time. In the meantime and in between time, where can the good people find Papa Smokes?
You can always find Papa Smokes at Elon Musk's Free Speech Wonderland, known as Twitter. I am at Smokes_Papa, and I'm also on Twitch at Papa_Smokes_.
Two more things before we do take off. They're amazing coming in with something here, but I will also say, everybody who's on Twitter, please stick around. We're going to be rating our good friend Ed Fries. Ed, go get your Marvel Snap set up, buddy. We've got a good live audience here on the Twitch side. We want to hand that over to Ed and get him to affiliate status. So with your guys' help, we're going to get Ed there tonight. So stick around as we're going to be sending that raid in a matter of moments. But in the meantime here, they're amazing coming in. Who are the current champions so far? Because I think they're Hammerstone, Valkyrie, Samoan SWAT team, John Morrison, and Lindsay Dorado. You are 100% based on what has been seen currently in terms of the tapings. Now, we do know that next week Saya's got the belt on the line against Delmi Exo. And also, we've got Lindsay Dorado defending against Leo Rush and Akira as well, too. So there could be changes to those belts going in. Intro is going now. So again, Ed is getting all geared up, ready to go. Please stick around to check out our good friend Ed Fry's playing some Marble Staff. Get him to affiliate status. You'll see that ticker down below. That is where you'll find me, Bobby Munson. I'm all over the place. Tomorrow, you'll know I've got dropping here on the channel my new episode of Killer Cuts with Astrid Pizarro. And we're being joined by Mitch Clark as we were talking about this Saskatchewan independent film, The Druid's Hand, which Mitch Clark was a part of. It is going to be a fantastic time. Ed, let me know when you're up there. I'm not finding you on the Twitch side just yet, buddy. I want to make sure that I get this raid over to you before we take off. Everybody, please stick around for that. It's going to be fantastic. But also this Sunday, I'm going to be with, of course, my brother who is in the chat, Mr. Chris Parrish. Should be all set. Okay, let me just double check here. We're going to be joined by Short Sleeve Samson on Sunday on Bustin' Out. It is going to be a fantastic time. Looking forward to that. It should be great. Ed, I don't know if I am typing the right name here. Are you on the one Ed Fries 2002? I'm going to go find you on another station, my man, because I am not finding the screen. So bear with us just one moment here as we get ready to raid Ed in just a moment. Ed Fries, do that. Okay, let me double check again here because I'm going over to over on the OLE side here. Oh, Ed Fries 2002. Still not coming up for some reason, my man. I have no idea what's going on. If Ed, if you know how to yourself, or Parrish, if you're still in here, maybe you can help us get that raid set up to head on over to Ed's channel. That would be fantastic. I'm not quite sure why I can't seem to find it here. Just going to see if I can find it. I know I am spelling it correctly, so I do not know what is happening. Try this again here. Ed Fries. You know, Lee's not following you too, Ed. This doesn't seem right. If that's what we got going on here is the problem, is I can't find you because we're not following you or something. That would just be terrible. I do see that we are over here. Oh, we're following Ed, so I'm really puzzled here. Let me try this one more time, you guys. Please stick with us. Keep the audience. It's done. Sweet. First, man, thank you.
Well, thank God. I thought I was going to start having to tap dance or something while you did that, Munson, just to try and keep our viewers amused.
That's right. Well, the viewers now heading on over to go see Ed Fries, getting him to affiliate status, giving him a good OLE. Welcome, as always. And you know what? Thank you, each and every one of you, for taking your time to join us, the video bros, here on this edition of Ring Respect Radio. For myself and Papa Smokes, take care. We will see you next Thursday night.